Welcome to the Happy Place, aka the Madhouse, aka the Max Wrestling Podcast. It is episode 292. This is your captain speaking, along with the podcast machine, Mike Larkin, Travis the Walker Anderson, and El Jefe, Moses Marquez. And we are into the finals of the PromoBowl, finally. It's what
the finals.
It's what makes the PromoBowl unique to the other tournaments we've done, because there isn't actually a final, there's 3 finals, and the 3 finalists all get the shot at the champion.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should start with this week's match or save it to the end, because, Mike, I don't think you've seen it yet, but Moses is giving you competition for cinematic promos.
I'm cool with that, man.
Let's save it for the end.
Okay.
Because we're also getting closer to Bound for Glory and Heck in a Cell, which happen to be on the same weekend.
Still my favorite Heck in a Cell. Well, hold on. Before we even get into the main shows, I got 2 things to say. You know what that is?
Is it about the draft?
No.
Okay.
Number 1, fuck Joey Ryan.
Oh, piece of shit.
And number 2, holy shit, Candy Cartwright.
Ugh. This shit just never ends.
Now, Marco Stunt's brother.
Wow. I didn't even know he had a brother.
Only, like, normal size stunt in the whole family.
Well, I saw last night Marco Stunt's brother is being accused of misconduct and shit.
Uh-oh.
I gotta ask, is he a big brother or a little brother?
About the same size from the looks of
Little
it.
big brother.
Shit, what the hell can he abuse?
I was saying the same thing.
Apparently, there's a woman that makes, like, ring gear or whatever.
Yeah.
There was, like, an event called the Creative or something like that. And I can't remember. Or the collection, or I can't remember the name of the event, but she makes wrestling gear, and apparently Marco Stunt's brother was there, and then like followed her to her car and was trying to grope and do stuff. So
yeah, well,
he says, "Hey, ma'am, these tights are a little extra tight in the crotch. You want to check it out first, Hank?"
He's so small, it's so easy to sneak.
Logan Stunt. Logan Stunt is his name. Jesus.
There you go, Logan Stunt.
that's it. Yep.
Oh, God. They have the screenshot of this. Did you see? Yeah, did you read the screenshot, Travis?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
I did not.
All right. It says something like, "Oh, I would have gone. I'm so tired. I would have gone anywhere but here. Haha. You coming, yo? Any more shows? Dope. I'm going to be at 4 shows. If I did anything to make you upset, I'm sorry. If I did get the wrong idea, and I'm sorry. I thought you were into me. I'm sorry for getting the wrong idea." Okay. This is from SUP. And, Black Label Pro. That's the friggin' one that I think is in Ohio with the
Washington.
The Chris brothers own that thing.
Yeah. It was like called the Collective. Is that right?
Let me see here.
Collective. I can't remember.
But I've heard of Black Label Pro, but I don't know about no
It
Collective.
was like a week-long event or something, and like the girl was so like messed up from the interaction that she like missed several shows.
Sure.
Well, at least you didn't try and sue her.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
I digress.
Friggin' $10 million from Candy Cartwright. You get friggin' Joey Ryan, and also in the same week you get Alberto Del Rio getting friggin' indicted.
Well,
It's coming. We should have seen that one coming.
we all know who the best lawyer is.
Johnny Cochran.
Nope.
Club don't fit. You must quit.
I wore this for you, Judge.
There we go.
I'm gonna hold you in contempt. There's a fucking surprise. What'd you say?
Well, I'm not Jerry Gallo. I'm Jerry Callow.
Jerry Callow. With a C. You're a dead man.
You can't win a case by yourself. You're fucking useless.
Oh,
I fucking love that.
Well, since we're also on the topic of that, also Lars Sullivan is already in fucking trouble.
Oh,
The guy.
Again, he wants to see the booty, and then he just friggin'
It's just one thing after another with that guy.
legs and private list.
And yes, by the way, it was the Collective. I just looked it up. You're right, James. It was the
I
Collective.
mean, he's not innocent in any terms, but it's kind of like the internet wakes up and goes, "How can we fuck up Lars Sullivan's career today?"
He does it to himself, that guy.
Yeah.
Because I remember hearing
But
rumors
I mean,
about it.
you also have to go digging like 8 years to find these tweets and stuff.
Yeah.
True.
But I digress. So the draft was this past week, and safe to say, SmackDown got butt fucked again.
Yep.
Predictable was, of course, both world champions being the first picks for both shows. Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns ain't going nowhere. Asuka was also one of the first picks for Raw. Bayley wasn't eligible until Monday, but she was also picked as number one for SmackDown. I mean, I think the Raw draft was a lot more exciting than the SmackDown one. There was more changes on the Monday night edition, kicking off with The Fiend going to Raw.
Unless you're Andrade.
Oh, poor
Very
Andrade. I mean, also poor Angel. I mean, he was like the last pick. Like, well, wasn't even in the main pick. He was on the additional picks, and he was the last one. But what? Man, who's Andrade pissed off?
I was gonna say, man, the only thing that I loved about the Andrade thing was the Fiend and Alexa Bliss thing.
That was great.
Amazing. I loved it. Well, they're not gonna do anything now, there, because isn't Zelina Vega over on SmackDown?
Yes. Well, I mean, she's been kind of drifting apart from Angel and Andrade for a couple of weeks anyway. But Charlotte's staying on Raw, so I mean, I'm guessing, I don't know what he's gonna do for now, but he's gonna go to Raw when she comes back.
Yes.
The funniest one for me was Raw deciding to pick Retribution. You know, the guys that are trying to kill their show.
Yeah.
And not even one of the last picks, even not like, let's just see if SmackDown picked them first, shall we? It was a pretty early pick. I think it was round 3.
Yes. Well, you and I got mad.
Did we?
You and I got mad, That's because they were supposed to have Mustafa Ali speaks about Retribution. Nothing. We got nothing.
We got nothing. And Mustafa made a very good point. Well, he made the best out of a shitty situation. Don't know what happened, but obviously the segment got cancelled where he was supposed to speak about leading Retribution. And he tweeted, "You don't like it when stuff's promised to you and it gets taken away for no reason? Not good, is it?"
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, baffling. Braun Strowman moved to Raw, even though he's kind of been on Raw Underground for a few weeks anyway. Weird one. I mean, also, the bullshit one. Instead of giving Seth Rollins a fresh start on SmackDown, they moved the entire rivalry with the Mysterios over to SmackDown, including Murphy.
I don't care anymore.
No.
And then this Friday, it's supposed to be, once again, Buddy Murphy and Seth versus the Mysterios.
So fresh. Even though Seth and Murphy kind of broke up last week.
even though I don't want to also see, speaking of SmackDown, since Travis also brought it up, I don't care about Jeff Hardy versus Lars Sullivan. I just want to see Jeff beat him and then go goodbye Lars Sullivan.
Yeah, well, Jeff is on Raw now, and Lars is on SmackDown.
Yeah, but they're going to do it anyway.
Oh, yeah, because, we just split the rosters up, but we're going to keep having them on both shows for a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Because why not?
It'll probably take effect after Hell in a Cell, the whole draft.
Yeah. Heck in a Cell, Mike. Heck in a Cell.
Heck in a Cell, I'm sorry. Going to be main evented by Sasha and Bayley.
Yeah, because Sasha is boss of the Cell, even though she's never won.
You got so mad and triggered by that because she lost to Becky and Charlotte in the Cell, so she's like, I'm the boss.
I didn't get triggered or mad. I just found it funny. She's claiming to be the boss of the Cell, and you've lost both Cell matches you've ever been in.
Hey, man. That was just great, though, man, because I could just see you like, what do you mean by the... You have some funny tweets at times, by the way, and it's hilarious.
What do you mean
I just
at
like
times?
What kind of had me triggered this week is that all week long I've been getting notifications about how Street Profits are like the second tag team ever to be Triple Crown tag team champions.
Yeah, and they didn't even win them. They swapped them. Swapsies.
Exactly. I'm like, how does that even count?
Because it was an exchange. Here's my belt.
What?
Take the belt. You're going over.
You've been champions for like 220 plus days, and why would you willingly surrender those belts and start fresh?
You know
because
why?
WWE does not care about tag team.
And because reasons. Because, they don't want to have the repeat of Miz and Morrison and Carlito and Primo where they had both belts. So here's the SmackDown titles, here's the Raw titles, swapping.
Ooh, they're different colors.
Yes.
I mean, it's a stupid thing anyway. Champions shouldn't be eligible for draft. Especially when you've got champions named after the fucking show that they're on. I mean, we've seen the Intercontinental and US champion swap shows many times in the draft, and they never swap belts because they're not named after the show. Stupid. But, again, I digress. So, Raw kicked off with actually a pretty good no DQ match between Owens and Black. There was a nice couple of spots in it. Owens getting thrown through the announce table. Blocked a knee strike with a steel chair. Ouch. Black hits a stunning meteor off the top through 4 fucking chairs. And then Owens just hits a stunner and a powerbomb through the table for the win.
Now, I was happy with that, but I also had one problem with that.
Was it the stunner being a transitional move?
No, but I was okay with that. But the one thing that pisses me off now is that feud's going to continue on SmackDown now.
Yeah, they're both on SmackDown. Well, you know who else is on SmackDown with Kevin Owens?
Sami Zayn?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope it is a fresh start for Kevin Owens because he's kind of been lost in the shuffle on Raw. Just keep doing the KO show and then we'll give you random opponents. Okay.
You know what he's like? He's like Eli Drake. He got lost in the sauce. Dummy. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of talk shows, Miz TV descended into chaos. As well, first of all, I mean, they interviewed Mandy and Dana, and alluded to the fact that Miz was responsible for Mandy getting traded to Raw in the first place to split her up with Otis. No idea why he'd have some sway, just because he has his own show on USA Network, I guess. That was his reason, anyway. And then, of course, Nat and Lana have to come to the ring to spoil the talk. So we know, like, Lana calls Natalya the winningest female or whatever. Lana is the annoyingest woman in WWE.
Facts.
Oh, but this isn't the end of Lana. Which we'll get to in just a minute, because we go through a break after the melee, and we come back to the break, and for some reason Miz TV is still on. Weird.
They were hoping to bore more people away.
Yeah. Oh man, that was awful. I don't know what it is. I don't think there's very much there was just something missing between Miz and Morrison. They weren't exactly clicking. It felt forced. It was like literally like they were reading off a script.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, it felt very forced, and I don't know, maybe it's already kind of feeling like they're gonna go their own way. I think I don't really know. Feels weird.
I mean, they got drafted together. Obviously, they're still a tag team on SmackDown. But the second part of Miz TV was interrupted by everybody's new favourite return, Lars Sullivan, aka Lasshole. Just interrupts, attacks Morrison as the Miz runs away.
Yep.
Like a little bitty bitch.
One thing Miz does best, run away.
Yeah. Especially when his mother-in-law's yelling at him.
Exactly. She got a heart from our show. First off, not gonna lie, like that fucking show, Miz and Morris or whatever. Miz and Mrs. Miz and Mrs. That fucking show makes like the Miz look like the ultimate babyface.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And I've only seen the first season.
It's hilarious.
I mean, we won't obviously get too much into Lars Sullivan. We've already discussed him at the start of the show. He's in deep shit already. Yeah, then we said we saw New Day and the Street Profits exchange titles, making very little sense.
Do you think Lars Sullivan is already in trouble so people can stop thinking he's gay? He's like, I better put out some shit out there, make me look like a pervert, so people stop thinking I'm gay. I mean, it's just like an idea. I don't know.
Well, somebody obviously made it.
Must really not be.
Yeah, somebody made a joke about it, and Triple H liked the tweet. So.
That is true. It's kind of like 21 Jump Street, man. When they're friggin', they're coming back, they're talking about the case, and then the girl goes finger popping each other's asshole.
That was Lars right there. It was all about it.
So, oh man, this is a UK reference. I don't suppose any of you have heard of "Come Fly with Me" with David Williams and Matt Lucas. No, I didn't.
I think I have.
Well, it's a sketch show, and one of the sketches is a very, very camp Irish air steward who gets a new co-worker who then talks to the camera. It's kind of like The Office, like fly on the wall documentary kind of thing. So they talk to the camera, and he's like, "I've got a funny suspicion that my new co-worker might be gay. Now, I haven't got a problem with that, but I need to make sure that he knows that I am not gay." So it gets back to the two of them working together, and he's like, "Yeah, my girlfriend likes perfume." All right, that's nice. "Yeah, I get it from my girlfriend. Because I like girls."
You're gay, man. I'm not being funny. You're gay.
and that is Taj. Yeah, that is Lars Sullivan, by the sounds of it.
Well, the funny thing about it, like, he tries to cover it up, maybe, like Moses said.
Yeah.
But in the messages, it was still only referring to her butt, so.
All right. You're going to make me go there now since we're talking about this whole conversation. Are y'all ready?
Sure.
I'm always ready.
All right. I'm trying so hard not to laugh. Hold on.
I said what in the butt. You want to do it in my butt? In my butt? You want to do it in my butt? In my butt? You want to do it in my butt? In my butt? Let's do it in the butt. Okay.
The fact that Mike has that song just like chilling on the phone.
Is that
first and foremost Butters, bro?
Is that the opening theme to Lars's video?
Yeah, probably.
Opening credits starring Lars
Opening
Sullivan.
credits, what? In the butt. Yes.
Okay. Rollins says farewell to Raw, but ends up in a triple threat with Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles. Hello Dream match. Basically, both Jeff and AJ claim to be the new face of Raw because Seth is leaving. Even though they're both getting on a bit. Like we said, dream match, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, Seth Rollins is always going to be a good match, but it's interrupted by Elias making his surprise return and smashing the guitar over poor Jeff's head, allowing Styles to get the pin. Basically, Elias doesn't believe that Jeff was framed and still believes that Jeff tried to kill him with a car.
You know, I totally forgot about that whole thing until I remember him. Until he talked about it. I'm like, okay. I'm like, why the fuck is Elias attacking him? And then he started talking. I'm like, oh yeah.
And they still keep saying the driver had red hair. Jeff doesn't have red hair. He's got red in his hair.
But he doesn't have full on red hair. Well, hey, we got Sheamus on Raw now, so
Yeah.
now we get to see more of Jeff and Sheamus and Elias.
So obviously that feud's going to continue. Poor Jeff, man. He can't get away from his freaking demons.
Well, you know what this means now, too, right? We can have a tag team match, playa. Sheamus and Elias against the new Matt and Jeff, Riddle and Hardy.
Yeah, the new Matt and Jeff. I noticed that right away when they actually called them Matt and Jeff. I'm like, clever.
Yep.
Obviously,
it's a dig too, that one.
Yeah, obviously they were moving Matt Riddle to Raw because Seth Rollins has absolutely no interest in working with him on SmackDown.
That whole thing is just nuts with him and friggin' Riddle, man. Because didn't his wife say something about Becky Lynch?
Yeah, something about her butt not looking good
Oh.
on TV. Like, no big deal, really. I mean, I disagree, but yeah, Seth ain't happy about it, or wasn't happy about it. Okay, so obviously Mandy and Dana. That's the tag team name, Manda. Ended up in a tag match against Natalana, aka the Boat, which is no more.
Tip the boat over.
Yep, the boat got tipped over. The boat sunk. Dana gets the pin with a senton, and Natty then tells Lana she's done.
So I was originally happy when I saw this. Once we got to the end, I became extremely pissed off.
Yeah. I mean, well, it was frustrating, but it was also funny because people have been saying for weeks that Lana's getting buried because Miro's in AEW, and then she wins a #1 contendership for the women's title. I mean, nobody's expecting her to win against Asuka, but still, it's obviously not being buried if you're getting put in a title match.
Hey, I'm the one who told you it's like that match that she had with Asuka when she was the women's champ in NXT with Liv Morgan, where Asuka beat her in like 50-something seconds.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if any woman in WWE whatsoever is getting buried, it's Billie Kay.
Yeah, now Billie Kay's on SmackDown too now, right?
Yeah, but I mean, even in the Battle Royal, she was just made to look like a fool.
Yeah, because you know they're going to be pushing Peyton Royce on Raw sometime.
Oh, absolutely, but I don't think they've got any interest in doing anything whatsoever with Billie Kay. She's just there.
Well, she has the catchphrase that I love so much. You got to be joking me.
People sleep on Billie Kay. I'm a fan.
Well, some people would want to sleep on Billie Kay, man. Look at you with your little puns. Hey, man. Bow, chicka,
Now,
wow,
that's
wow.
not what I meant.
Hey, whatever.
But, to quote the Phoenix, I'll accept that.
Yes. But you also do realize a lot of people don't realize, too. Ember Moon, when she first debuted on that NXT TakeOver, who was the opponent? Billie Kay. And it was a great match.
Yeah. Well, Iconics were... everyone was treated better in NXT. Let's not be picky.
True. That is very true.
Ricochet raised the stakes a little bit with a Hurt Business. So basically setting up a match with Cedric Alexander, with the stipulation being if he wins, Hurt Business got to leave him alone. And if he loses, he got to join the Hurt Business. Because if you can't beat him, join him.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Eddie Guerrero, Ricochet.
And that's a very nice segue, because that's exactly how Ricochet won. A little bit of lying, cheating, and stealing on Eddie's birthday week.
Rest in peace to the GOAT.
I love it when people lie, cheat, and steal in WWE.
How about
Actually,
that
you know what?
cell?
In any wrestling company.
Well, how about that friggin' cell when he found it like that? When he went over, I friggin' died. I thought that was funny as hell.
So hang on, so Ricochet's still on Raw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just double checking. And obviously Hurt Business are on Raw. Wouldn't it have been easier to just move Ricochet to SmackDown?
No.
Nah, I guess. I mean, actually, do you know what? We mentioned Charlotte. She was one of the first picks for Raw as well. I think she was in round 2. She ain't even around.
Don't even know what to say, to be honest with you.
I don't even know when the last time I saw Charlotte was.
When she got beat up by Nia Jax?
Well, yeah, I know that, but I don't know when it was. I can't remember when it was exactly. I know it was a few months ago.
It was in the summer, like what, July?
Yeah. Because she had to get some more enhancements. Wait, was this the one where her titty blew up and she had to get it fixed?
I think so, yeah.
Ugh.
It had like a slow leak.
And that brings me to Paige as well, because somebody criticized her on social media for abandoning her gothic look for plastic glam, quote, not my words. And, I agreed pretty much with Paige's response that she can do whatever she wants, but then her last line was something like, if somebody offered you Botox, you wouldn't say no. Paige, I absolutely would. Say no. No, thank you. I actually like being able to move my face.
Yes, exactly. By the way, as far as Charlotte goes, just going back to that. So pretty much when she comes back, we got to wish her the best of luck.
Pretty much,
No.
yeah.
Alright.
Because she's the breast female in WWE, apparently.
Breastest of the breastest.
Yeah.
I will not wish her the boob of luck.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a titillating experience.
There you go.
Titillating.
Okay, so that pretty much brings us to the main event, which was the Women's Battle Royal. I mean, first of all, former partners Nia and Tamina worked together until Nia throws her over.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost as if Nia was going to eliminate everybody, actually, because obviously she eliminates Tamina. Then, like we said, Billy made to look like a fool, gets eliminated. Then Dana and Mandy get thrown over, and finally the entire group eliminate Nia, including Shayna. I love it when tag team partners turn on each other in a battle royal or a rumble.
Hey, I popped for that. The friggin' facial expression of what? It's every woman for herself.
That's always the reaction. The person that got eliminated is like, "What the hell are you doing?" And the person that their tag team partner is like, "It's every man for himself."
Well, it's one of those things too with Shayna where I just like the dysfunction at the junction, as Maura Ranallo would say, with her and Nia Jax, because it still cracks me up the first time when they started doing that, and then she just looks at Nia and she just goes, "She sucks," and I'm like, truer words have never been spoken,
Well, the best thing about Nia getting eliminated was she then very angrily stripped the announce table and put Lana through it again.
4 times! 4 times! It never gets old.
I think we enjoy it so much because she's so freaking annoying.
And that's what makes it beautiful, man.
But the problem with this spot was none of us realized that Lana hadn't actually been eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
So Baszler gets eliminated by Bianca Belair, which is, for me was a sign that, oh shit, Bianca's going to win.
And then she gets moved to SmackDown?
Well, then she gets taken out by Riot Squad and moved to SmackDown, yeah. Final 4, I think, who was it? It was Natty, Lacey...
Evans. And the Riot Squad.
And the Riot Squad, yeah. Both were eliminated in exactly the same way by Natty and Lacey, which is kind of Too coordinated. And then finally Natalya thinks she's won, but Lana was never actually eliminated. Sneaks back in, and there we go. She earns a shot at Asuka. Asuka's going to kill you.
And she was crying like what she had just done.
Well, yeah, she probably still had a piece of wood up her ass.
Wood.
And I'm not talking about Miro.
Wood. What is he, friggin' Mr. Woodchuck? It's made of wood? Up that ass.
And that is Raw. That is the draft. Was there any draft picks that anybody found surprising? Other than the ones we've already mentioned.
Oh, besides the Fiend going to Raw, I was very happy about that, just because of that thing with Andrade and Zelina. But I'm curious to see who they have Bray Wyatt feud with now on Raw.
Yeah.
Them separating Big E.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we've got to mention that. Because I actually watched SmackDown this week. Yeah. That was very nicely done, actually, with Stephanie announcing Xavier and Kofi, and then Xavier's like, wait a minute, you didn't see E's name. Say E's name. Okay, she's about to, but not for the same show.
Say his name. Say his name.
I mean, obviously, we've been contemplating Big E's singles run for a while, but I think everybody expected him to turn heel, and this was just an amicable breakup, or a forced breakup.
Now, does that set up Roman and Big E for the future?
Absolutely. Well,
Yep.
maybe not in the near future, because I think Roman's got some unfinished business with his familia first.
You know what's interesting about that too, because Jey Uso's going very serious now, right? Because they got this I Quit thing going in the Hell in a Cell. But you know what it is for me? Because he can be very serious, and he's got that demeanor, right? But every time he speaks, yeah, Uso, yeah, that's my fan right there, baby. Yeah, Uso, welcome to the Uso Penitentiary, Uso. I'm coming for you, Uso. Yeah. And he's like hyping it up. I'm like, what, are you serious? Or are you hyped? What's the deal? The deal?
Those are the foundations for an Uso promo.
It's the same with the Street Profits. Yeah, fam. Yeah, Uso. We gonna do it up in here, up, down, all around, side to side. Woo woo. And it's like,
don't forget the smoke.
I'm waiting for them to go hooty hoo. I'm waiting for them to go hooty hoo like the Wu-Tang Clan. Hooty hoo.
Well, I can predict one thing. I'm pretty sure Seth Rollins is gonna get involved in this new Roman mean streak because obviously they're like brothers.
Yes, the greater good.
Yeah, the greater good.
Very good.
When you come for the king, you best not miss. Max Wrestling presents Promo Series 5 Enemy Lines, November 19th. Go to maxwrestlinguk.weebly.com for more information.
Well, if you're the shape, show me something.
Maybe a couple of years ago I could have. But look at that.
Steady as a rock.
Yeah, but I cut promos with this hand.
What's up, everybody? This is AJ Kirsch, one half of the MLW commentary team, and you're listening to the Max Wrestling Podcast. It's time to take it to the max.
Hey, this is the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. Welcome to the Madhouse.
Alright, like we said at the top of the show, we are almost at Bound for Glory, and Impact are going full speed ahead towards Bound for Glory now, I would say. So we kicked off this week with EC3 revealing that he still has the TNA title and urges Moose to cross the bridge to come get it.
Very disappointed by that whole thing.
Well, okay. You say you're disappointed. Here's what cracked me up, though. He told Moose to cross the line, and I legit...
that was a nice line.
I loved it.
But yeah, the ending was kind of disappointing. I think it was overproduced. And obviously it ends with Moose just beating EC3 bloody and then leaving with the belt. So why are we still having this undisclosed location match at Bound for Glory?
Because reasons.
For reasons, yeah.
Basically. As long as they don't overdo with the freaking music like they did last week. God, that was horrible. I think that's probably what killed it the most for me was like overly done music.
Yeah. It was like something out of one of those, 90s TV shows that are based on movies that are done really cheap.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, kind of a disappointing turn in this rivalry and a disappointing end to the episode, but hopefully they'll redeem themselves with this rivalry at Bound for Glory. Meanwhile, in the ring, they did redeem themselves by having Kiera Hogan in the ring in the Freeway Women's Tag, and the match was actually very much Kiera and Tasha just pretty much yelling at everybody.
Then just Rosemary comes in and hits her with her new finisher, not the F5 anymore, man. That's the old raindrop. That's the old Nikki Rocks voodoo drop, Roxy Laveau, man.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, so too much showboating from Tasha allowed Rosemary to hit a spear and then, well, I didn't know what to call it, so I just had like sit out double underhook for the win.
That's Madison Rain's raindrop, Roxy with a voodoo drop. But in this case, what would this be? The demon drop, the assassin drop?
Let's go with a demon drop.
All right. By the way, Mr. Travis, because I didn't know you already saw it, OnlyFans equals Kiera Hogan.
Oh yeah, you gonna buy the subscription for me?
Hey, Christmas is coming.
Christmas is coming.
Well, it may come early, to be honest.
Oh, it is. Travis.
Speaking of OnlyFans, apparently Zelina Vega's got one now.
Well, dude, everybody's getting on the OnlyFans train. They're like friggin' the quad.
Because Vince shut down Twitch accounts.
Well, yeah, they're like the Quad City DJs. They want to come on, ride the train, and ride it. Whoop, whoop. So you have to hop on the train. Not talking about the whole train. We're talking about the OnlyFans train.
Old man gonna stop us playing video games? Fuck it, we're gonna show our tits.
Sometimes you gotta. You know what it is? You've heard of the saying, rock out with your cock out. Now you gotta friggin' free the titties. Let the pigeons loose.
Let the pigeons loose.
Let the pigeons loose.
Although that was booty.
Which one?
Let the pigeons loose was Velvet's booty.
Yes, and also that can refer to the breast of luck, man. The pigeons.
I believe they're referred to as puppies.
Puppies, let the puppies loose. Pigeon. They both start with a P. PP. That's Caleb with a K though. That's the PP.
This is a very politically incorrect episode, by the way, people.
Very legit.
All right, followed by lies to the wedding party about getting the money to pay for the wedding. And of all the people to call him out on his bullshit, Crazy Steve questions his honesty. And then, of course, ends up in a match with him.
I can't remember how old is Crazy Steve again?
He's 107.
107, that's right. That was funny though, because he was calling him
young boy
or something like that. He's like,
the young boy.
Hey, the young boy. Oh, that was funny as hell.
Wait a minute, hold on. We are not just gonna gloss over the fact that freaking Johnny Swinger said he beat Buddy Landell in Mid-Atlantic, and I about died because that is an 80s reference, and Buddy freaking Landell.
You know what I really want to see?
What?
Johnny Swinger versus AT Wrestler.
Oh, look it.
And if people don't know who AT Wrestler is, go back and check out the Promo League.
Yep.
That would be great. Did Moses fall asleep on us?
I mean, he said like 3 hours sleep, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean,
we'll try and wake him up when we get to NXT and AEW.
I was just waiting for a damn remark on that one.
Yes, and Mr. AT Wrestler, Mr. King Mo. Okay.
Yeah,
he gone.
He gone.
Yeah, whoa. Don't do that one.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
So how much did you hear?
Jeez, who made this kind of chair all comfortable and jazz? I feel like a kid back in high school. Like, oh shit, were they calling on me?
You know who you're like?
Kids in a fucking Zoom class. I'm not a sleep teach.
You know who you're like? You're like Corey and Sean sleeping through class.
Oh. You know what it is? We mentioned a dream match, so we went off to dream about it.
There you go, right?
Yeah, there it is.
You know
that being Johnny
my
Swinger.
class, Mr. Hunter does the yipping.
The dream match being, of course, Johnny Swinger versus AT Wrestler.
What? Well, no, okay, hold on, wait a minute. Well, Johnny Swinger is practically like the fucking 80s wrestler, like the way he walks around and shit.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So somebody get a mirror on the phone.
Call him right now.
Okay, so in the match, Steve exposed a wad of cash around Fowler's neck and rolls him up for the pin. Simple as that.
You know what that was? That was my precious. My precious.
Yeah, it was. His new precious. Meanwhile, the most bizarre moment of the night, I think. Backstage, Rosemary confronts Havoc and asks her to resurrect Father James Mitchell in order to officiate her wedding.
Okay. That's what I was like. Okay, when I'm like, why? You killed him. and then he went to heaven with Abyss and all these strange things. That which going to heaven was his own personal hell, and now you want to resurrect him.
Yeah, I thought we were past all this
this
supernatural stuff.
What the fuck?
So next week we're going to get Havoc versus Rosemary, and if Rosemary wins, then Havoc will have to help her resurrect James Mitchell. And it'll be just in time for the wedding at Bound for Glory.
Wait a minute, hold on. The wedding's not at Bound for Glory.
It's not? I thought they advertised it for Bound for Glory.
No,
October 27th. Yeah.
Oh, well, that sucks. Because they were...
It's gotta go down on the Halloween special.
Oh, of course,
Yes.
yeah. But, I mean, they were going through the Bound for Glory matches, and then they showed the wedding, and I had assumed it had to be part of Bound for Glory.
October 27th, brother.
Damn it, we had a wedding at SummerSlam.
Okay. Well, hold on. You better stop right now. You are not comparing Randy Macho Man Savage and Miss Elizabeth getting married to friggin' Rosemary Crazy Steve. You stop that right now.
I most certainly am, because demons can be happy too.
Rosemary is not. She's not marrying Crazy Steve.
I said that, Rosemary and Johnny Bravo.
You said Crazy Steve.
You said
Oh,
crazy.
well, might as well. Same thing. You know what? Okay, not same thing. But hey, a lot of people actually, you know what? It's funny. A lot of the Impact fans that don't like this have actually said they prefer if it was Rosemary and Crazy Steve, which again would be kind of weird because the way that they were acting watching back that Hardy Boys match, it's really like brother and sister kind of deal.
Yeah, he's going to be the flower boy.
I love the flower boy.
Another deal was made backstage as well, as Rhino informs Heath that he can win a contract at Bound for Glory if he or Rhino wins the Collier Shot Battle Royal. What he didn't tell him was he put his own contract on the line to make the deal happen.
Oh.
So it kind of adds a little bit of unpredictability, because I can see the two possible outcomes being true. Rhino sacrifices his contract and he's going to leave because Heath's not going to win, or one of them's going to win and he's finally going to get a job at Impact. Either scenario seems possible. And also, it's not the lower contract that Scott D'Amore offered, it's the big high demand contract that Heath drew up.
Ooh.
Sure, we shall see.
Big Impact money, eh?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's around Falabar's neck at the moment, but...
Well, you know, anything around Falabar's neck is pretty big.
Yeah, very true. But, I mean, also, when they revealed, when obviously he got caught, the comment, Josh Matthews was like, Hernandez is going to see this, and I'm like, what about Bravo? He's the one that wanted the money in the first place. And he's going to find out that his best man was lying to him. This is why Miro should be the best man.
Miro is the best man.
Miro
He
is the best man.
Best man.
Everything happened backstage this week. Shamrock attacked Eddie Edwards backstage again as Sammy cheers him on and films the attack. I'm pretty sure that's a crime. But it's wrestling and nothing's legal.
I was just going to say, I was like, is there anything legal in wrestling?
No. You can literally run a guy over.
Hold on a second.
You can also kill a man and throw him in the back of a garbage truck.
Yeah.
I have a comment about that friggin' Ken Shamrock, Sammy Callahan, Eddie Edwards thing. Ken Shamrock attacked Eddie Edwards in his fucking flops.
In his fucking flops.
Floppies.
His
Freaking, I loved Sammy's reaction when Eddie just smacked the shit out of his phone. Like I've never seen him look so damn offended, and it was hilarious.
That's like, get him, Ken.
That's like
get him.
everybody's reaction when somebody else touches your phone.
Exactly.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Only difference is we can't press our phone and get somebody to teleport in and beat the guy up.
Nah. I don't pay that much in service.
I'll tell you what, they better do something with Sammy Callahan and Watch Dogs 3 coming out in a couple of weeks. Otherwise, it's a wasted opportunity.
Yeah.
Because his gimmick is literally ripped from Watch Dogs. Alright, we finally had some in-ring action as Kylie Ray took on Kimberly. Kylie got aggressive again and refused to break the smile to the finish after winning, and then fights off Deonna Purrazzo.
Hold on. She did not get freaking, oh my God, vicious again, or whatever you just said. You know what she got.
She got ruthless.
Ruthless! Whoa! Love it.
Ah, crap, just so you know. God damn it, Dad. Don't you know he's not supposed to say anymore?
He set me up for it.
That's when you avoided it.
And
all
if I hadn't have said it, he would have played it.
I absolutely would have.
Ah, shit.
Absolutely would have.
Well, to be fair though, this is like the first time I've actually found Kylie Ray like somewhat entertaining.
Ooh.
Yes.
So
Yes.
My God, she's achieved
Grow
something.
on it, man. Grow on it.
Well, here's my early bold prediction for Bound for Glory. That's bold. Bold, agreed TV, son, yeah.
Yeah.
Despite getting aggressive, Kylie will not win the Knockouts Championship. Deonna will beat her up after the match, and out comes Su Yung and not Susie.
Yep.
Yep.
we keep calling it. I don't see it happening.
Why?
I mean, if
Especially if Jazzy is predicting it.
Oh!
hey,
Oh!
I was one match away. And
You're that close to winning the predictions title.
Yes. Goddamn son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. Little fucking Augustus and goddamn predictions title. I can't with you.
Oh, well, just because I just want to do it. Hey, so Dazzy, hey, is Ronda Rousey gonna be at Hell in a Cell?
Ronda Rousey ain't never coming back.
Nope.
She fucking signed a 3-year deal and worked a year of it. Get the fuck out of
Must be
here.
nice.
Must
be fucking nice.
She basically originated getting paid to play Twitch.
Make your dick itch.
Well, it must be
In her
because
instance, probably.
it must be because she still ain't popping one out.
I was gonna say, I was like, has she even gotten pregnant yet?
Nope, she's too busy on Twitch.
Of course not.
Poppity pop pop pop.
She's had 2
She
years
don't
now.
wanna
All I've seen her
have
do
kids.
is
She's
play
full of
Twitch.
Shit. She wants to play with Travis. Not that Travis, the other Travis. Her actual husband, Travis.
Okay, I don't know what the hell y'all are talking about.
Her husband is an MMA fighter. His name is Travis.
Yeah, Travis Brown.
Thank you.
Former UFC heavyweight.
My daughter came outside and needed something, so I had no idea what y'all were talking about.
All he heard was play with Travis.
Yep. I was like, the fuck?
Who go play with Travis? What?
Big LG versus Madman Fulton quickly ends in a double countout, but continues during the break as a no-hold-barred match. I mean, you try controlling these two.
You know what's interesting that popped me? Because the finish was the choke bomb through the chairs, right?
Yeah, the 12-step.
Thank you. All right, I was actually about to say that. The old 12-step he used when he was with the Straight Edge Society. Yeah, Dazzy Dangerously, yeah.
Damn right. Through 2 chairs as well. Even better. Finally, I mean, we already talked about Moose and EC3, but, I mean, technically the end of the show, but EY demands an update on Rich Swann. Now, this is where it gets a little sketchy for me. So, Scott D'Amore confirms EY did additional and substantial damage to Swann.
Hold on. Wait, before you continue. Additional and substantial.
Yes, additional and substantial damage to Rich Swann. And after EY gloats, as demonstrated by Mike, D'Amore also confirms Swann will still heal in time for Bound for Glory. Okay, so far I can buy this. Then, EY attacks Scott D'Amore very brutally. Then, Rich Swann arrives, flipping all over the frickin' place like nothing ever happened to him and fights off EY. Dude got his leg smashed up for the third time a couple of weeks ago.
And he comes out doing a stomp and just molly-whopping Eric Young.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Like nothing's wrong.
Like nothing ever happened.
That's like the one thing of the entire show that I hated the most.
Yeah. I would have much preferred for them to keep Rich Swann completely off TV until Bound for Glory.
Yeah.
Yep. But no, we had to bring him back early.
Oh, there's some WWE shit right there.
Hey, well, Scott D'Amore took that beating like a champ, man, because as we know, he is a former professional wrestler.
Yeah.
And do you remember what his finishing maneuver was called?
I've never seen Scott D'Amore wrestle. The first time I ever saw Scott D'Amore, he was, of course, the manager at Team Canada.
So he wrestled one enhancement talent on episode of Impact. This was probably in the days back in like 2004, 2005 when they were on Fox Sports Net here in the States at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time. And his finishing maneuver was called the Demoralizer.
I like it.
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, I'd say I've never seen him wrestle. I mean, I probably
Isn't
have.
that Hugh Morris?
Who? What are you talking about?
Scott D'Amore.
No, that's Bill DeMott.
Oh, yeah, wrong guy.
That's humorous.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I probably have seen Scott D'Amore wrestle, like, when he was in Team Canada, like, in some slacks or something, but I've never actually seen him as a proper wrestler.
Slacks. He did some enhancement work in WCW, so Moses will probably see him soon on the Retro Rewind.
Rewind.
Yes.
And that is Impact. Next week, we will, of course, have predictions for Bound for Glory and Heck in a Cell.
Heck in a Cell?
Heck in the fleck in the cell. In the what?
The Heck in a Cell now.
Oh, goddamn hell.
We cannot say hell because it is cursing. We have to say heck. What the heck?
You fucking trying to tell me I can't fucking say shit about no fucking hell in the cell?
That's correct.
God
watch
damn
your
it.
fucking mouth.
Oh,
yeah, watch your fucking mouth.
Jesus,
Fuck
I'm
me.
fucking sorry. Son of a bitch.
Bastards. Augusta.
There was also the Steve Austin version. Jesus Christ, Vince, I'm trying to apologize.
That's the best.
That is.
I said your language. Damn it, son, you're right. All right, as we announced, I think last week, you may have seen on our Facebook group a couple of weeks ago, Post to Post will return on November 10th, just over a week before Promo Series, where we will hopefully be able to interview all 3 finalists of the PromoBowl. You will find out who the first one is this coming Monday, whether it be Moses Marquez or Chris Maldonado. Bruh. And actually, is that your third? No, second time you faced Chris Maldonado.
Yes.
Second,
Yeah.
yep, only 2.
All right.
Don't talk about the first time. Reason.
Exactly.
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
talking about.
my bad.
My bad.
But also,
But the funny thing is I actually bring that up in my because it needs to be known.
well, yeah, it's history. You know.
Continuity.
Yeah, I mean, we've mentioned the King of the Mic, the first King of the Mic, plenty of times.
Oh, yeah.
we have.
Well, Travis definitely has mentioned it plenty of times.
Yeah,
And
that guy's a son of a bitch.
Moses is also in action at Post to Post as he takes on Alexander Rowan in an exhibition.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, that comes your way November 10th.
Hey, this is Tommy Dreamer, and you're listening to the Max Wrestling Podcast, giving you all your wrestling information to the extreme.
This is the voice of Killer Cross, and right about now, we're about to take it to the max. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Madhouse.
It is Thursday, which means last night was the Wednesday Night War, and my notes for AEW are almost twice as long as NXT.
I was just gonna say, are they like double the size? Because like NXT was kind of just there.
Yeah, NXT was just. I mean, normally we wouldn't complain about match after match after match, but it was just nothing special. They were kind
not
of
at
going
all.
through the motions last night.
Hey, I can dig Drake Maverick and Killian Dane. That cracks me the F up.
I mean,
It's all like, I got this lace and we're doing this thing, and they're like, what the fuck is this guy trying to do? It's just them go to commercial. I'm like, oh crap.
In fairness, they kicked off the show pretty well with Kyle O'Reilly pretty much leading Undisputed Era in Adam Cole's absence. I mean, obviously, Ridge Holland got injured last week, pretty much fucking up his leg. But Adam Cole's injury was kayfabe, so he's probably going to be back sooner rather than later. Obviously, they got to find something new for him to do now, though, because they were just about to start a feud with Ridge Holland, and bang, done.
I hate to say this because you know I love his theme song, that being Ridge Holland, but it is the opposite effect of what happened, man. You know why?
What's the opposite effect of what?
It's the opposite effect of his theme song, because he can stop running.
That's not very nice.
It's not.
I was just going to say. I'm over here shaking my head like, oh, no.
That's not very nice. Who are you, Bray Wyatt, when he was talking about Goldberg? Well, that's not very nice.
Hey, I'm crossing my fingers right now, Mike, and saying that's bad.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Susie.
We also kicked off with tag team action on Dynamite as FTR successfully defended the tag team championships against Best Friends. Best Friends then got attacked by Miro, basically because they smashed the pinball machine, the arcade machine.
Okay, hold on. No, fuck that. So fucking Kip Sabian's is obviously playing this very empty arcade cabinet, as they are actually called. And fucking, I think it was Chucky T got thrown into it.
Yeah.
And he gets all pissed off. So what do you do when you break your goddamn video game? You send your hot girlfriend away, I guess, because I don't know what the fuck else I would do. I would throw the thing away and take her and leave. That's just me. And then she takes fucking forever to get Miro. He shows up all hella late. And then he kills people because, well, I don't fucking...
They broke my game. Go and get Miro.
It was the most WWE thing I've seen. Almost anything Miro has done has been just the smell of WWE. It just reeks.
Yep.
He was so
and that's
heated
exactly
about
what
it,
I
too.
was worried about. So that's from the jump. Ever since he debuted at AEW, that's what I was afraid of. I've never seen him outside of WWE. I don't think anybody has, but.
He's done nothing outside WWE. That's the thing. He was a WWE product. And I've said this from the jump. The only way this guy was going to be any good is if he went somewhere where he had to completely change everything. And the only place he could have went to do that was Japan. He didn't go. And now he's more WWE than Matt Cardona was. And Matt Cardona was fucking Zack goddamn Ryder. You couldn't get more WWE. And
yeah, maybe Dolph Ziggler.
This is something I was thinking about. Last night I tried to watch everything last night. Like I was looking at Heath in Impact, and I was like, this guy looks so out of place. But at the same time, I liked it, and I was like, damn, this guy could be Impact champion one day. And that has me excited for that. But with Miro, I'm like, you just need to go the fuck on somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it was never a good start anyways, teaming him up with Kip Sabian.
No.
Yeah.
If anything, he definitely should have been on his own.
It doesn't help the fact that he just came out of a freaking love triangle whole storyline, and
now he's a third wheel.
WWE. Now he's still in the just roles reversed. Instead of the guy getting divorced, he's the best man of another fucking wedding. Like it's just that's not no.
I mean, there was obviously more talky segments on Dynamite than there was in NXT because NXT don't really like doing talky segments. But Sammy Guevara finally got his own jacket from MJF, albeit like 3 sizes too big, and turned him into Marty McFly Jr.
It's funny. Jericho's like, hey, it's a gift. We don't complain about gifts. I'm like, okay there, Papa Jericho.
Stood there with his head down and the sleeves halfway down to his knees.
I just want to know where this is like, what it's leading to with MJF and Jericho.
What's it leading to? It's leading to fucking MJF sitting there like a goddamn 14-year-old trying to tell a girl that he really, really likes her and shit. He's like, I really kind of maybe thinking about joining the inner circle. It took forever to fucking try to get it out. He's like, come on, Max, you can do this. I'm like, oh my God, dude, do you really have you ever talked yourself up to go talk to a girl like this, or what the fuck is going on?
In front of all their friends, too.
Right?
I mean, MJF, we know is gold on the mic. We get it. But can he wrestle at some point, please? I think I've seen him wrestle once in, the last 6 months.
And they challenge each other to... Well, no, I don't know. Do they challenge each other to a steak dinner? I could have sworn
they
God
go
it was
into
the winner buys a steak dinner, but...
No, they actually go in to have a steak dinner.
They're going to have a steak dinner. And then that's when I immediately brought up the ultimate question. Are we talking ribeyes? Are we talking Kobe beef? Wagyu? What kind of steak we talking here, bud? Better not be no New York strip. Gotta be some fucking filet.
I'm guessing Canadian.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh yeah, some Canadian Wagyu. All right.
Well, I mean, initially was it Ortiz who turned MJF down, just snatching the mic away from him?
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to remember.
Then we got to another segment where Britt Baker is in a spa with Tony Schiavone.
This whole thing was hilarious.
And she ain't happy that he's naked under the towel.
She's like, she screams, Reba! And she fucking takes forever, fumbles and bumbles the whole sign all the way up. She does the whole thing, and it was like super serious, and then just turns, oh my God, are you naked? And freaks the fuck out. Oh my God, turn off the camera. And then they just continue onward like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
We didn't just see him naked.
It
was so good.
So Britt Baker is returning. Is it next week or the week after? Even though she was never really gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just gonna completely
Sasha 2.0.
We're gonna completely gloss over the match against Big Swole because nobody wants to remember that.
Hey, you're absolutely right. I don't fucking want to remember it.
Oh, what were they thinking? Anyway. One of the highlights was, of course, Cody defending the TNT Championship against Orange Cassidy. Cody is blonde again, so the black hair lasted 2 weeks. Okay. And Cody did the unthinkable. He actually made Orange Cassidy lock up in a collar and elbow.
Son of a bitch.
Unbelievable.
He did it. You son of a bitch, he did it.
It was brilliantly done as well when Cody's just dancing around, waiting for Orange to actually do something. So when he runs at him and Orange just kind of very, very casually ducks under the clothesline. So good.
It was such an Orange Cassidy start to the match. But I mean, I did really, really enjoy it. I was really hoping the Best Friends were probably going to beat FTR, but I've kept saying this, and I'm more than sure it's going to be true. The only team that's going to beat FTR clean is going to be the Bucks.
Yeah.
There's no other team that's going to do that.
Well, I don't think it's going to be clean now.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how clean it will be. Now, and then with this one, I'm like, Cody is easily the guy that could win the belt and then lose the belt the next week and it not make him look bad.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be perfect if Orange Cassidy would be champion, but no. But they built the shit out of him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a plus.
It ended in a time limit draw, so really nobody lost and we're getting the rematch in 2 weeks.
There we go.
Cody was, of course, getting cocky with the push-ups and teasing a pedigree. It would have been great if he tried the pedigree.
I would have popped. I'm not gonna lie. Are we not gonna make mention of Sting B over there, fucking Darby over there trying to be like Sting?
Yeah,
just hanging out in the rafters.
That was bizarre.
He just needed the coat. He's missing the coat.
But I don't really see how he fits into it either, because he's had a couple of matches against Cody in the past,
And they've all been relatively close. He's been one of those guys that takes Cody to the edge every time.
I mean, not as close as this one. I mean, Orange Cassidy was literally a second away from a free count.
Yep, if it wasn't for the time limit draw.
I could have sworn he was going to take it there for a minute.
I was hoping he was. Like I said, if there's anybody that could win the belt and lose it the next week, it's Cody, and he not look bad.
It's funny, though, that they've booked it for 2 weeks, which is when Halloween Havoc is.
Hey.
Because AEW know when NXT put on a old WCW name, they get bigger ratings. For some reason, people are drawn to the WCW names.
I was gonna say, people are drawn to. That's exactly it. People are drawn to the WCW names,
even though it's technically not a pay-per-view.
Nah.
I mean, poor Alex Marvez tries to get answers from Lance Archer as to why he attacked Mox backstage earlier on in the night, and the Mox just retaliates and they're pulled apart. They love a good old brawl backstage that lasts all night.
Oh yeah, it's like it started by Archer just destroying Mox, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, why'd you do that?" And then Mox comes out of nowhere and destroys him. This isn't over yet. I'm like, obviously, because you're fucking killing each other.
Kind of a dumb question, really. I mean, why did you do it? Well, I got a title match against him,
Yeah, trying to get the upper hand there, bud.
Alright, before we carry on with AEW, I should probably mention a couple of things from NXT. So, obviously, we mentioned the Undisputed Era, Bobby and Roddy are now the number one contenders for the Tag Team Championships after defeating Lorcan and Birch. We're also looking probably at a 6-man tag as Ashante Adonis defeats Jake Atlas before Legado appear and Swerve evens the odds.
Yep. So the two dudes that just had a match are apparently going to buddy up with each other after one dude lost, and I'm like, okay, and now they're going to take on a heel team. Sure.
This reminds me of the Hurt Business.
I was just going to say the same thing.
Gargano and Theory, nothing really special, just another dude beating up Austin Theory.
Yeah, and Johnny didn't even make him look that good either.
No.
Like, I was hoping that Johnny would kind of make him shine a little bit, but
the only thing that stood out really for me was Theory selling the springboard DDT. Like, he literally bounced off his head.
That was pretty cool.
And then we move from one Gargano to another as Candice took on Shotzi.
Did they just do this?
Yeah, I think so. But this
was like the match leading up into the number one contenders match. Or this one was like, it was them and winner was the number one contender. And then that's how Candice got it. And then they just fucking hit rewind or something? Or?
Well, Candice won it in the Battle Royal.
Oh, that's right.
So this one was one-on-one. Candice getting frustrated that she couldn't put Shotzi away, and is then given brass knucks by Indy Hartwell, which I found so hilarious that William Regal wasn't happy about it. Of all the people not to be happy about brass knuckles being used, William Regal.
I was just going to say, I was like, really there, bud? You know how many fucking episodes of Nitro I caught you stuffing your shorts?
Hey, yo, Regal, pot, kettle, black.
That Indy Hartwell, though, she's going places, just dropping off televisions at people's houses. Come on, it's a free TV. Just grab it. That's the total guy thing to do.
And then, just give some knuckle dusters to your wife.
There you go. TV for the husband, bare knuckles for the wife. Because that's on every woman's accessory list.
Happy husband, dangerous wife.
Hey.
The foundations of marriage. We're going to get Candice versus Io Shirai at Halloween Havoc. However...
Again.
At the end of the show, which we were going to get to, but we may as well mention it now. Regal reveals to Gargano and Shotzi that their match types will be determined by Shotzi's Wheel of Fortune. but that's not what she called it.
Dun.
They also couldn't have gotten an actual wheel. It was like it was an LCD wheel.
Yeah. They thought they were fancy.
Well, the other thing with an LCD wheel is you can't, leave it to chance.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can literally land it on whatever you want it to. Very easy to cheat with a computerized wheel.
What if it's on random, though? I'm just being honest.
I mean, it was also very cool where Shotzi came from. Like, just complete opposite side of the building, just appears from smoke on a platform.
This fucking girl's 1 minute she's got a tank, and now she's got this random LCD board like it's no big fucking deal.
You know, I loved every second of it, though.
Of course. I mean, I love how they just made it a host of Halloween Havoc just because she howls.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm not mad. She can howl throughout the entire show, and I'm not.
I just want to know what the ball pit really is.
Wait a second.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, she's also a very big horror movie lover. As you see on her Instagram, she's watching a horror movie every single night.
Also, I would just like to comment on the fact that Travis likes it when she howls. He's been thinking some things. Mr. Howl over here.
He wants to be in the ball pit, if you know what I'm saying.
He's hungry like a wolf. He's Duran Duran right up in this bitch.
Of course this guy'd pull a fucking 80s song reference out of his ass.
Of course.
Goddamn right.
Not gonna lie, I fucking love Duran Duran.
Yeah. To paraphrase Cobra Kai with Speedwagon, what kind of man doesn't?
Hey, boy.
More female action on NXT as Toni Storm made a return and just pretty much drops Aaliyah. I mean, well, she almost did. She came very close to dropping Aaliyah on her head with that finish.
Yeah. That was a close one. Tony's a pro.
Yeah. I mean, it ain't like AJ, like, dropping people on their heads.
You know, because he didn't do that like 14 years into his fucking career.
Exactly.
You were supposed to not talk.
But
one time you don't talk.
But the great thing about it was he learned how to counter it when people do it wrong, so they don't break their neck.
Look at how close him and Ellsworth were.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's a pro.
Killed the fucking guy. Should have just been like, well, boy, I fucked up. Oh well.
Alright, back on Dynamite. The guys are gonna love this one. Matt Hardy announced he's cleared.
Son of
there you go.
This fucking guy, I was screaming, fuck off, Matt, with the whole clap them all, fuck off, Hardy. I'm done. Like, you need to go away like your brother needs to go away. The fact that you guys were like mainstays of professional wrestling in fucking 1998 and it's 2020 and you're still around doing the same shit is very annoying.
Daz, did you notice what he did there, Mr. Moses Marquez? Did you notice what he did?
Well, I noticed he ranted at Matt Hardy.
Besides that, did you notice what he first said?
No.
He channeled his inner Jim Ross from Backlash 2006 when the McMahons, Shawn Michaels, and God. Oh, son of a bitch. That's bull.
Can't do it with these fucking guys.
So, I mean, it was kind of like this.
Thank you. Thank you.
But yes.
That's exactly how I felt.
Matt is cleared. But then we go straight to the Tron. I don't know what they call it, if it is a Tron in AEW. Yeah, Sammy Guevara admits he was the one that attacked Matt. Shocker.
Oh, fucking shit, bud. Fuck else is gonna hit fucker.
And Sammy also said that he's gonna keep injuring Matt until he's gone for good.
I got mad at Sammy when he said that. I'm like, really? You're gonna like ruin your career. No, he's gonna help me out. He's old and famous. Yeah, that doesn't always work out, bud.
So we got to Tony Schiavone drawing the tag teams for the 4-way to challenge FTR. Young Bucks pretty much just start a super kick party. because that's what
funny.
they do.
He's all like excited, naming all the other teams. Young Bucks. He's all mad.
Oh man, I'm gonna get super kicked again.
It's like, we're not here to super kick you, Tony. He's all, fucking ain't right, because I'm out of here. Exit stage left.
Well, on the topic of Walmart Young Bucks,
Oh, fucking hell, this team.
for some reason they decided to attack Drake, and then Killian Dane saved him. He finally stood up for his boy.
Yay.
From the Walmart Young Bucks.
Here's why I have a problem with goddamn Everrise. Not the Walmart Young Bucks thing, but here's why I got a problem. So here's
Dollar Tree Young Bucks.
Thank you. So when it comes to them, they're mainly featured a lot on 205 and the Cruiserweight division, right? But they're also mostly enhancement guys on NXT. So pretty much they're starting off Drake Maverick and Killian Dane in a lower tier feud with Everrise, Matt Martell and Chase Parker, who, by the way, if you notice with their mannerisms, when they go up to the top and they both like hug each other, it's almost reminiscent of "You look so good to me."
One of the names is Matt too.
Matt Martell.
Oh, this just gets better. Why don't you just name the other one Nick?
Matt
and get it
Martell
over
and
with.
Chase Parker, Everrise. Okay.
Yeah, just rename him Nick
Yeah.
Parker. Just get it over with.
Yep. And then that way they could be like, Matt and Nick, Everrise. Or something.
Everrise.
They have to do it like that.
I'm surprised they haven't done their own version of the Young Bucks pose.
Hey, with their pose, I only got one thing to say, and to quote Ricky Bobby, the room's starting to spin because of the gayness. Cal, I love you.
Okay, main event on NXT was Damian Priest defending the North American Championship against Dexter Lumis.
Confirm.
I think a lot of people were expecting Dexter to actually win this one.
Well,
It kind of was.
a lot of it came from it was like the anniversary of the TV series Dexter, and then
No, not anniversary. It got renewed
Was it
for
not?
another season.
but it was also like the 1 year from where it was released, or like the year to date or whatever of the first episode or something
I
like
was
that.
just gonna say,
yeah.
I was like, I know that they had just announced this like yesterday that they were gonna do
Yeah.
a special like mini series or whatever.
It began in
Yeah.
October 2006.
Well, there you go.
Unfortunately, the match didn't go Dexter's way thanks to Cameron Grimes
Oh, that's right, Democrat.
just appearing out of nowhere and double stomp on the apron.
That's what he does, man.
Yeah. But after the match, Priest just drops Grimes.
Yep.
No shocker there.
Oh boy. So back on Dynamite, Hikaru Shida defeated Swole. Kind of botchy from Swole, gotta say, unfortunately.
You know what? It was botchy, but yet it was sadly probably one of the better matches I've seen her in.
Well, I mean, she had a good dance partner.
Yeah, that's true.
Hikaru's great.
That's very true.
Uh,
No argument here.
and then main event, Mox versus Archer.
Fucking hoss fight.
Hell yeah! I mean,
or as JR calls it, a slobber knocker.
we had the
I was
choke
like,
slam
holy crap.
through a couple of chairs. We had the paradigm shift through 2 tables. But unsurprisingly,
He kind of
Mox.
fell back.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you're too fucking big and heavy.
Unsurprisingly, Mox got the win, which Archer wasn't happy about and attacked him after the match, leading to Eddie
gotta
Kingston and Lucha
to
Bros.
One of the little Cody ones, one of those like high angle fucking pins. And Archer's just sitting there like, you fucking pinned me, you fucker. And then he kills him.
Well, it had me laugh. I was making myself laugh at the beginning of the match when Archer came out because he had a helmet on, like kind of like Shotzi's in it. I was like, oh, was he the one that stole all of her
Yes.
gear from the car?
I don't think I can fit in the tank, but I'm gonna steal her fucking helmet.
Well, unfortunately, somewhere they ran out of time because this ending was cut really short when Eddie starts attacking Mox.
Oh, yeah.
To the point where he had to cut his promo after the show.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, we kind of injected Eddie Kingston back into this feud with Mox.
That's not bad. I don't mind that.
No, I'm good for him to get another shot.
I think that's probably one of the better guys to mesh with Mox right now is Eddie Kingston. I think Archer's another great one, but at the same time, Archer is one of those dudes where he's got to be a monster, otherwise it's going to start to make him look bad. And he can lose like this, kill him afterwards. He can regroup. This is not a big deal, but he can't take very many more like this.
No, I mean this is his second straight title match loss.
Exactly. He can't do much more in this. I would like for him to be a transitional champion, even if he only held it for, say, a couple months. I think it would be great. And that way you have a true heel dominant champion. And then you get the ultimate rising baby face to take him down, whether it be like a Hangman or I would say Kenny, but I think Kenny is on just heel mode. He is as cleaner as we can be, and we have yet to even see him in this tournament.
Yeah.
That son of a bitch.
I've seen people react to Eddie Kingston this week like they've never seen Eddie Kingston before, but he's already their favorite person in AEW.
And
like, have you not been watching this guy? And what the hell was this goddamn fucking shit on his head over here trying to be like Conan?
Hold on a minute. He's been wearing that for years, man. When he was
I know. People say that all the time. I don't give a shit. Conan did it first.
Tequila Sunrise. You're all about that bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay viva la raza all day every day. From the Lucha Libre to the WCW canal, right? Moses
Marquez? In all reality, because just exactly how you put it, we went from in retro. We went from I think 2 episodes prior where he was still coming out in the mask and the frilly gear and all that other shit. To he showed up one day in all black gear, like all super serious, and then he randomly is sitting in the crowd looking like a fucking cholo. And I'm like, okay, well then that's the real Conan right there.
Moses Marquez, I'm just going to say this right now. If you pull a Danny Trejo on us, Machete, I'm waiting for you.
Oh, there we go. I need to get my chest all tatted up first, but all right.
Yo, Eddie Kingston with that son of a bitch, man, because you were telling me about that line. I did see that line. The son
Eddie
of a
Kingston
bitch.
stole your catchphrase.
He did. The son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Fucker.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Oh, son of a bitch. By the way, there was a plus that came from Lance Hoyt and Lance Archer. You know what that is?
That. Monty
fucking Brown.
Oh yeah, fucking pounds.
Period.
From the Serengeti.
You know what's funny about him? He's like legit, I think almost 50 now, but he still looks good.
That's what happens, man. Jeans, boy, them jeans.
Yeah.
Or the roids, I can't tell.
Still one of my favorite, though, man. Even though, I got to say, he did get the WrestleMania payday, but Marcus Corvan, I'll take the alpha male Monty Brown all day, every day.
Yeah, that didn't go very well, did it?
Hey, man, that theme song, though. Remember his theme song?
What, in WWE?
Yeah.
No.
You're going down, down, down. They call me smooth.
Who the fuck's idea was that?
He had a jazz theme when he came in.
Jim Johnston.
He came in on ECW on Sci-Fi. He had that jazz theme. You're going down, 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 down. Said to put you in the ground.
Fucking Michael Hayes.
Fucking. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the dude from That's My Boy when they're at the end and then you find out that, she's fucking her brother and he goes, fucking white people.
Wait, whoa, what?
That's what I'm fucking trying to figure out.
You never see That's My Boy with Andy Samberg and Adam Sandler?
I couldn't. That's probably the only one of those Adam Sandler movies I couldn't get through.
Yeah, that's one of the later ones where, quality kind of declined in Adam Sandler.
Yeah, well, I looked right at that one and I was like, you know what? I'm going to pass.
Well, that was the scene at the end. So she's getting married to Andy Samberg, and then she has a secret. He goes, you fucking tell him in the Boston accent, fucking tell him. And then she freaking whispers, and he goes, you fuck your brother? And everybody gasps, and then the black guy goes, fucking white people. That's what he does. What he does.
I will say, that movie is better than Jack and Jill, though.
Oh,
That is very true. Travis has
My
a point.
wife likes that movie. I can't stand either one.
What, you mean you don't like, hey, it's me, Al Pacino, a dunka-dunka-dunka-dunka-dunka-chino.
No. No. See, I try to have respect for the actors that I like, and when you bring out some of these crap ass movies, it's hard to respect you.
Hey, and then friggin' Al Pacino goes, burn this.
Oh,
that's
shit.
how I feel about a lot of later Adam Sandler movies.
Correct.
Burn this.
Burn
Did you guys see that Halloween thing that he did on Netflix? I have not seen it yet. He has like a
I've
Halloween
yet
thing.
to see it.
No, I didn't
No.
see the Diamond one either.
That one was actually really good.
Yeah, I mean, I kept me
The whole
into
like
because
gamble,
everybody said,
what is it like hit something gems or whatever like that.
yeah,
It's about pretty much him as has a gambling addiction or whatever. It's actually really really good.
that's what I heard. I just never got around to watching it.
Give it a shot if you can.
Give him a shot and somebody give the kid a Happy Meal.
Somebody get the kid a Happy Meal.
They
Nice
were, 8
parenting.
minutes late.
Nice parenting. Who are you, my therapist? Take a walk.
I'm gonna take a walk.
Oh, horse shit.
I still remember as a kid just getting all mad. Oh, look at those fries go to waste.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Hey,
I was like, throw his hamburger on the ground, not the fries.
hey, what happened to my muffin? Breakfast stopped at 10:30. I found it was 11. Yeah, me too. Oh.
I did too. Bummer. Goddamn
And
McDonald's.
now it's 24, bitch.
Here's the thing. When I used to go to McDonald's over there in CI, Central Islip, which in our area there on Long Island was the hood. I'm not going to lie. It was a hood. Right across from the train tracks, right? Used to go there 11 o'clock in the morning before that because that's when it was breakfast. Then they changed it to 10:30. And I'll be honest with you. I had the same reaction that Steve Buscemi had, man. Because I used to love going to that McDonald's, little hotcakes and sausage up in that bitch. Maybe a little sausage McGriddle, egg McMuffin, mix it up. Woo-hoo. And then, yeah, you know, turn it to 10:30. You didn't turn it to 11 and take it to the max. They took it to 10:30 and fucked it all up is what they did.
And I'm going to end
Exactly.
the Big Daddy quotes with, there's a stick there. Somebody should move it.
Yes. Well,
I
hold
got
on.
a better one.
Wait,
30 packets of ketchup.
You forgot one thing, too. You forgot another thing.
Right.
You're not mad at me. You're mad at your dad. Yeah, you're right. I hate my father.
All right, final one. I wipe my own ass.
Ah, the best.
I know.
Even when he's getting dragged out.
Yeah, I know.
But I wipe my own ass.
As a dad, I cannot wait to hear those words.
All right, so before we end the show, it is time to enter the promo dome once again as we return to the Promo Bowl. This week is the first of the 3 finals, and it features the King of the Mic, King Mo, Moses Marquez, El Jefe, versus Chris Maldonado.
It's time for the first of the Promo Bowl finals. King of the Mic Moses Marquez vanquished the returning Daniel Crimmins in the first round, while Chris Maldonado also returned and gained revenge against former rival Ted P. De Niro, who will be the first finalist in the first ever Promo Bowl.
Here we are again. Me. This time I can't really say I'm a spoiler because I think you have like a free pass or another round or something. Even if you lose this one, you can face somebody else or something like that. But let me remind you. Oh, I didn't introduce myself, however. I think you already know who I am. Chris, Lost Cause, God's Lone Mistake, LC, L to the C, Cos Capone, me, myself, yes, I'm back. Mr. Moses, hi, how are you? I see you're on a bit of a hot streak until you reach the championship. I see that. However, you go by King, right? I have a problem with that, man. I have a problem with that. It's not like a big problem, you know, as far as me calling people a king, things of that nature. I don't call anybody king that can't walk on water. You feel me? Like that's my personal dilemma, I guess you can say. I have an issue with it. Other people have no problem calling other people kings and things of that nature. However, not me. I can't do it. So, I will address you as Moses, Mr. Moses. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I know you're gonna put a lot of effort and a lot of time putting your promo together, and I respect that, bro. I really do. I'm sure everyone else does. However, me, myself, and Chris, that's a little mistake. You already know who I am. I don't do that, man. I pull up somewhere, and I hit record, and I just shoot off the top of my head. And maybe that's a fault. But that's what I do. So, may the best man win. Let me say that. Good luck. And like I said, if you lose this one, it's all right. You don't have to worry about, retiring. Remember that last time you lost? You're talking about quitting? That was me. I did that. Have a good day. Let's go out with some music. Yeah. Soldier boy. And then the dog's off the chain.
The following announcement has been paid for by Smart Mark Radio.
Well. Look who's made his return to promo competition. What's going down, Chris? I'm not even mad that you're back. I'm not even mad that I have to compete against you. I am a little, feeling bad because I have to beat you in order to move on. I feel that's the only way this is going to go, my dude. So let me start with the whole respect factor, okay? I respect you, one part of the Hooligan Zoo crew. For the longest time, part of Smart Mark Radio's intros. We loved some Hooligan Zoo crew. Times have changed. As you can obviously see, things have changed. The one thing that I'm realizing is apparently I can't really be who I want to be in order to win these things. I can't really just shoot on you and tell you suck and tell you to suck a dick. And truth be told, Chris, I don't want to do that with you because I have too much respect for you. We've done this before. We've tangoed once before, if you will. Now, granted, it ended up in your favor, and truth be told, pull that curtain back a little bit, I took it some type of way when I lost. And last time I did these promos, I was pretty upset about people taking a loss a certain type of way. But I learned, dusted myself off, and I'm here, improved. And are you ready for the best part? Evolve. Chris, look, you left, but your one very famous saying never went away. Evolution. Fuck you. Yes, evolution is beautiful, bruh. Evolution is exactly what I've been going through since you've left. You may or may not have met the Crippler. If not, you've at least seen where he is, who he is, and what he's done. You may not have seen King Mo. Well, maybe you have, and I sure hope you have, because I personally think he does. Everybody should get a beard like King Mo. That's just my personal opinion. But there is one guy that has come and he shook the world the most, and that is him. Now, I don't mind calling him in for some backup. You know what? That's how I think I'm going to do this. Chris, allow me to introduce you to my evolution.
Lo siento, tuvo que llegar a estoy, amigo. Pero al igual que en mí, los negocios son negocios. Disfruto del centro de la atención mientras puedas, porque tu tiempo en este torneo ha llegado a su fin. No más bríos de chicos nuevos. Permite dejar una cosa perfectamente clara. La usina razón por la que estoy aquí es para ganar el campeonato de promocional. La reducción es mi misión. Y no me detendré ante nada. Hasta aquí estoy completo. Me niego al perder. Prende mi tiempo. Prende mi reinado con campeón. Corregir mis errores y nada me negará los que es legítimamente mío.
Alright, and the winner will be announced on Monday. So if you don't want to wait till next week's episode, make sure you are part of our Facebook group, Max Wrestling.
If you don't want to wait till next week's show, just know that I won. And I will be moving on.
And next week we have Chris Durham versus The Phoenix for the second spot in the microphone standoff.
Like a microphone standoff.
Which brings us to Promo Series 5 Enemy Lines, which comes your way on November 19th. It is the next Max Wrestling special, and of course features the microphone standoff for the Max
Like
Wrestling
a microphone standoff.
Promo Championship. The Demoness will be defending against all three finalists of the PromoBowl. And in another four-way, well, kind of a four-way, each one is individual. The Phoenix will be defending the Knowledge Championship in the traditional winner stays on gauntlet. It kicks off on the pre-launch show against Alex Dorio, where the second challenger will be the Demoness, and of course the third and final challenge comes from Moses Marquez.
They're the best for last.
Well, first and foremost, the fact that let's see if Phoenix even gets through the Dorio man, because he's going to go one-on-one with the Dorio.
Well, this is why we say it's winner stays on.
Well, also, man,
This-
the friggin' Taker knowledge, I mean, it's not even fair almost, because Dorio and friggin' Travis White, who we love to death, is friggin' covered the Undertaker's career, and they're already into, like, 2013 right now.
Yeah, but Phoenix worships Undertaker.
I know he
And
worships the Undertaker.
This is why Alex is the first challenger, because we wanted to guarantee that Undertaker showdown.
Well, you gotta get the Undertaker showdown with both of them, man, because friggin' they're both nuts, and I love Alex to death, but they're both nuts for the Undertaker.
I'll accept that.
Yeah.
Moses is also guaranteed to be in promo action as he steps into a promo duel with The Shape, which is, I believe, The Shape's fourth exhibition since debuting at Promo Mania against yourself, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell was that? And Mike, you also have your own exhibition as you go one-on-one with your co-host, Brittany Savage.
I cannot wait. I do have a bone to pick with you, though, man, because a couple weeks ago you were introducing her. Former WSU Spirit Champ, Tag Team Champion against the Iron Bank Champ, Mike Larkin. Hello, Mr. Grand Slam Champion over here. And by the way, that was in the past, and I am the here and I am the now, so, you know, hey.
Exactly, that's why I said you're the current Iron Bank. That's what you currently
I know,
have.
but I'm also the here and the now. Why do you want to raise something in the past with Brittany
Is that
Savage?
another
What's she
new
ever done?
nickname?
What?
The here and the frickin' now.
Yeah, the here and the frickin'. Throw me a frickin' bone!
Oh, I don't know who I am.
No, no, Moses, you got your hands full coming up in within the next month. You got it. You got a promo this week, then you got Alexander in a couple of weeks, then you got 2 more promos if you make it.
Yep.
If
that's
I
a lot of
make it.
promos.
And then the knowledge as well.
Honest to God, that's what my intention is. My intention is to make it full all the way there. I plan to hopefully get past Chris, unlike I did last time. I hope to, I guess, put up a good enough fight to show The Shape that he don't know shit about westerns. And then I'm looking forward to being in a Fatal 4-Way. It's going to be interesting. It'll be different. I won't be planning for one opponent. I'll be planning for multiple opponents. And just like I said in my promo, and I'll give a little spoiler, or unless you've already listened to it, my redemption has slowly been, being fulfilled as I go along. Every loss I've ever had, I've slowly regained it back. And I plan to continue to do so until I have won the ultimate prize, which is the Promo Championship. Because I know, as like some of y'all should know, I've beaten the Demoness, whether y'all want to believe it or not. I beat her. Okay? I know I won. And now it's time to prove that.
And as well, if you become Promo Champion, then all you've got to do is win the Iron Bank next year, and then you're the second Grand Slam champion.
Oh, well, geez, what do you know? Right on Mike's tail.
Yes. Well, you do also realize something else if he wins the promo title, right?
Which is?
Okay. He wins the promo title at Promo Series, right? Then he gets to pick his opponent in January, right? And say he wins that bout in January.
Uh-huh.
Who's he facing at Promo Mania for the promo title?
Oh, shit. So your exhibition would become a championship match?
Yep.
Interesting.
And then my prophecy would then become fulfilled because, like I said, when this whole challenge happened, Mike's going to challenge the then double champ. I will be Promo, and I will be Knowledge champ come him and I's fucking battle. I said it, and it's guaranteed. It's in stone, people.
If you say so.
Oh, I know so.
Okay.
Well, there is another championship we have, of course, which is the Predictions Championship, which will also be on the line at Promo Series for Survivor Series.
The Flippy Flop Championship.
Whether Harold, Robert, and Mikey 5 times will still be champion by then remains to be seen, because
That's true. I have the R-truth of this damn belt.
We also have to defend it next week twice.
Well, you've won it 47 straight times?
Oh, God, if I get to 40-something times with that. First and foremost, with the Predictions Championship, the most fun I look forward to, and just because it is fun including people now because we had 9 challengers, I just look forward to watching friggin' Chad go, for fuck's sake, Emma! That is my new favorite thing about the championship. Just watching Chad go, for fuck's sake. And also, you did it there with you, for fuck's sake, Mike. Don't think I didn't see you there, Dazzy Dangerously. I saw what you did, and I laughed with glee.
That's some bullshit. That was some bullshit, and Promo Series is real cowboy shit.
That is true. Hey, man, unless you want to go get, like Travis so eloquently stated earlier in the show, if you want to go get one right again, like AEW, that's your business.
That was one time.
It was one time. People don't. It's like Superbad. People don't forget.
See,
go. Hey,
now I know how Moses felt with that 9%.
Yes.
Right? Somebody hears me.
I got 9% of the predictions right.
You're like friggin' Superbad. People don't forget. Hey, Evan, why don't you go piss your pants again? That was like 8 years ago, asshole. People don't forget.
Yeah, people don't forget.
And the bell has rung, and it's time for us to bid you adieu. So before we go, remember to like and follow Max Wrestling on Facebook, and go to youtube.com/MaxWrestling to subscribe, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at MaxWrestlingUK. We're also on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, iHeartRadio, and CastBox.
Cass Bizarre!
Lee. And if that wasn't enough, you can find us, as always, every single week on Andre Corbeil's channel, Wrestling with Wrestling. Big thank you, Andre. You can find me at the Captain 512. You can find Travis at Walker_TA92. And Twitch no longer makes you dick itch, so don't be a wanker and check out Anchor with Smart Mark Radio.
Damn right. So, streaming is a little bit on hold at the moment. We're constantly making changes and updates, and I'm not even gonna lie, what it is I'm building a new computer. The idea of running all this via my laptop is not as easy as I thought it would be. I'm in the process of building a gaming PC, and I'm actually recording myself as I do that, so that'll be content for YouTube for anybody who wants to learn how to build a PC from somebody who's done it from the old days to now. It's really not as hard. It's fucking any asshole can do it, and I'm not kidding. As far as like retro stuff, what's happening?
When you had the big ass towers.
Hey, You know what, dude? I actually I'm considering building a sleeper PC with one of those gigantic ass towers, and it's going to be a very expensive build if we decide to go through with it. It's a buddy of mine's project, and I told him, I said, if you do it, I'm filming it. But yeah, he has a tower from 1999.
Shit.
It is huge fucking mungus, and the only thing we think we're going to be able to use on it is the power supply, maybe. But more nerd talk when we get there. The retros have fallen behind. Just know that whole Nitro sandwich episode that I kept talking about, the 2 Nitros with the 1 Raw, that one will be on the way probably tomorrow. And then Monday, if not later on down that week, we're going to drop the pay-per-view, which I believe is going to be In Your House. Was that the one with Shawn and Mankind? I can't remember the Criminal Minds, I think.
Mind Games. Not Criminal Minds. That's a TV show. Mind Games, fool.
I knew it had something to do with the name, with the mind. And then because I've been absolutely binging the holy shit out of the G1, I'm going to review that. Recommend 10 matches for everybody to watch. And the finals are actually like right around the corner. So it's almost over. The G1 is.
I kind of want to see a Criminal Minds pay-per-view now with like special guest Joe Montana.
That'd be awesome. Goddamn Joe Montana.
Joe Montana was a quarterback, you crazy asshole.
I said Joe Montana.
Is that foosball? All right, Mike, finally, who you been talking to?
You guys can check out the latest edition of Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, 3 key elements that make women the work of art that they are. Latest guest is Susie Stiletto Quinn, who made her debut at LFC 30, Born to Be Wild, against Brooke Guillotine Gilly, also a relatively newcomer to LFC. You can also check me out at SM Show 1, MCL92, and pop_culture_pod on Twitter, as well as at Impact Rewind if you're an Impact Wrestling fan. You can check me out on Wrestling with Andre Corbeil, the Max Wrestling Podcast, Net Picks with my main man, Dazzy Dangerously over here, and StephenMikeShow.com and SoundCloud.com/MCLarkin92, and expect another edition of the Pop Culture History Podcast with myself and Brittany Savage coming to you very, very soon.
All right, and hopefully we can expect a new episode of Net Picks next week too.
Yes.
And probably a new episode of Capital FM as well.
Yeah, all right.
Hell yeah.
Next week we do also have a big episode of Max, as we mentioned. PromoBowl continues with the Phoenix versus Chris Durham, but we also have 2 predictions for Bound for Glory and Heck in a Cell.
Oh, heck.
Ah, heck. So we'll see you next week for that, and that, my friends, is the bottom line. Goodbye, mwah, and good night. Bang.
Lars Sullivan says what in the butt. I say what in the butt.
Oh, baby Jesus.
Kind of, baby Jesus.